Good evening, welcome to the channel and welcome to Quinton Meadows. This is a little wooded section. Come down today, walk the dog. I've been out with Lister for a while, so I thought, yeah, give him a chance, we'll get out, go for a little bit of a wander and show you my new stove, which I'm actually quietly impressed with. And I think, and I hope, this is probably the last stove I'll ever need to buy. Booster Plus One stove. This is the stove itself, which I'll talk more about in just a minute. I can't see it ever replacing this little piece of kit here. This has been my go-to brew kit now for almost the entire year that I've been doing this YouTube channel. And the reason I like it is it's so quick and easy just to get a single cup of water on the boil. When you just want to stop and have a quick cup of coffee. So the stove I'm looking at now is more that in camp, cooking your dinner, your main meal stove, rather than this, which is the stop anywhere, stop anytime, brew yourself a cup of tea stove. There you go. And you'll have seen this hundreds of times if you've watched any of my videos, because I do tend to brew up on this pretty much all the time. So I'll have a nice brew in a second. So here's the Booster X1 stove. It's a decent sized stove head. It unfolds like that to give you a nice big platform there for cooking on. And then, as you can see, it's got a cable to go to the gas bottle. Now this has a standard screw fitting. I'm going to use the twist adapter, which is this one. And again, if you watch any of these type of channels, you've seen these over and over again. This just screws onto that portion like that, and then allows you to fit one of these type of bottles like that, and then you can, there you go. So this is the booster running off a gas bottle, and you can see that's gas. But I did say that this is a multi-fuel stove, and it's the first proper multi-fuel stove I've come across, because this one will run on liquid as well as gas like this. So just disconnect this one. Now you'll have seen earlier I used this bottle to fill my my little cooker here. So that's got meths in it, so I'm carrying meths in this anyway, but it's also got this pump on the top of it. So what I'm going to do now is screw this part, I'm just move that out of the way, screw this onto there like that, so I get a nice fit in. There you go. Put the leg down and then give it about, I don't know, 20 pumps. Like that. So that's pressurised this container. I'm just going to open the nozzle a little bit until I get some liquid coming through. Okay, so I've got some liquid coming through now, just splash that around a bit because there is a wick in there. I'll explain how it works in just a second. Let's throw a spark onto that. like that, and turn this up a little bit. And we'll give that just a little while to get going. So I've not got anything going through it yet. I'll wait till that starts dying down. So you have to do a preheat when you use liquid fuel. You can tell when that preheat's done because you get this hissing noise. This is telling me that it's now burning gas rather than liquid. And you'll see the centre plate starting to glow red. This is actually the third time. So the valve over here is almost closed now. There's almost nothing being pushed down that pipe under pressure. What's actually happening is that the small amount of fuel that's in that bar across the top is heating up and being vaporised, so it's coming through as gas. I'll just have it over and tick over there. Bit of a flare up, turn it the wrong way. So I'm just going to let that die down now. There you go, I'm going to change the bottle now, so I'm just going to undo this one. So that was a liquid fuel. And then straight onto the gas. Now what will happen is there's still a bit of liquid in there, so and that's now running on the gas. So it really is a multi-fuel stove. So what's happening and what do you get with it? So you get the stove head itself. You don't get this adapter. This is one I had because it's useful for changing gas bottles. You get the pump housing, obviously the fuel bottle, this pipe and the burner head itself. You also get some tools for cleaning it and for maintaining it. So the maintenance tool looks a bit like this, and this has things like various spanners for tightening things up and sort of like taking up these cables. There's a little prodder prong thing there for cleaning out the jet. So in the bottom there's a single jet nozzle, and it's a brass part that looks like this. So I'll get that a bit closer. And you get two of these different size nozzles for different types of fuel. The small nozzle, weirdly enough, is for the heavier fuel, so you can run diesel in it, you can run petrol in it, you can run kerosene in it. I've got another similar one to this, that I've used on other shows, and I've actually used cooking oil in it. It's a bit much to get going, but once it's going, it actually does cooking oil quite well. And then you should have a different nozzle for the gas. So what I've done is I've put in the sort of the medium nozzle, which allows me to use the gas and the liquid fuels quite well as well. Yeah, so you get the cleaning tool, you get the spare, you get another nozzle, a different jet, you get the burner head. Is that cooling down yet? There's my tea looking, that's looking good. Okay, that's nearly cooled down now. I'll start putting it away. Now this is about the third time I've actually tried to do this review on this particular product. The first issue, actually the dog decided he had enough when I was at the seaside and did a runner, or decided he was going back to where my wife was, so I packed up early and went and joined him. The second time I had the wrong nozzle on, so the nozzle I had on was too small and it made it really susceptible to the wind and it kept blowing out. I did notice that when we was in Dartmoor last weekend, I had a problem with the wind with the wind blowing the stove out, so I would say it's worth having a little windshield like this to put round it, and that'll just help it with blowing out in the wind. But other than that, it's been absolutely fantastic. I've cooked several meals on it. It boils water ridiculously quickly. I mean, that's no comparison over here, but that's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is that by the time I've got this out and on the boil, I'll have only just got all this set up. Yeah, so this is my quick and easy. Nothing is going to replace this as my brew kit, but for my main cooking kit, I think this is it now. I think this is all I need. So price, when I bought this, I paid £36 for it. I went to buy another one because my son used it. He took it away with him. I thought, well, I'll buy another one. And when I went to buy another one, it had gone up to about £50 odd. So it's worth keeping an eye on the price. I'll put the link to the one I bought in the cards or in the description, and you can go and have a look at it, but keep an eye on it because they do come down in price. This is the Booster Plus one, and I think if you're anything like me and what you're looking for is versatility, this is probably the piece of kit for you. If you're looking for lightweight, ultralight, then you need to go specialist, and the more specialist you go, the less versatile or the less versatility you have. So this for me is the perfect compromise. I only need to carry one fuel bottle because I'm carrying this fuel for that anyway. This has got meths in it, by the way, and if I do come across gas, or if the only fuel I can get is petrol or meths or alcohol, I've got it. If the only fuel I can get is tin fuel, I've got it. It's a great piece of kit. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you did. I hope it was useful. I hope you see the usefulness of this piece of kit. If you did, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and comments are always welcome, and I'll see you on the next one.